Hi, that was The Cure. And I was going to say that's the new one by Depeche Mode, but it wasn't. That's called Sugar Girl. And this is DJ Ape.
Thank you for having me.
And DJ Ape doesn't usually talk during your regular gigs.
I do not. No, I am a silent ape. I think most people are there to hear the records, not hear the gorilla talking. So, yeah, I am DJ Ape. I perform under the name of the act is There's an Ape for That. I do gigs around Denver. I do some in other parts of Colorado, but generally Denver. And my the shtick is I play vinyl records and I give everyone away after I play it.
Every record you
Every
give
record
away.
I play, I give away.
That's awesome.
Well, they don't all get taken, but they all are offered, I guess.
Some things aren't worth taking.
Right? Well, every once in a while I get a record. It's like, well, this is the 8th time I've taken this one home. I probably should stop bringing this one in. But
Well, welcome, Wonkno and Wonkno listeners. Thanks for being here. Every week coming over, listening to our show, then to Riley. This is the first time we've had DJ Ape on the show, or an ape.
there aren't too many in Colorado. So.
And I thought, what do we play with Ape? Of course, Velvet Underground, because it's a banana. And
Gorillas like bananas.
this is a record you probably don't give away.
You know what? They'd have to pay me a heck of a lot more than they pay me in order to do this. So,
That and the Gorillas, that's all I got.
Right. No, that's fine.
I didn't have the Curious George soundtrack.
And that's probably all for the best.
Well, let's get going. Let's start playing. Your first song is off the Starflight.
KTEL
Compilation.
presents Starflight, original hits by the original artists. It was my first actual music record, was Starflight. And it kind of taught me, it was like the very first lesson I had on how songs go together, like flow and that sort of thing, because in some of that record, the music flows together excellently, and other places it does not. And I started going, if this song was over here and this song was over here, it was like my first DJ lesson at age 9 was a KTEL record. So I'm going to play, this was the song that compelled me to get this record as my very first one.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a classic for the new wave crowd. It's M, a song called Pop Music.
Wow, Cheap Trick is on here.
Cheap
Peter
Trick is on there,
Frampton,
but I'm not playing Cheap Trick.
David Naughton making it. I love that
Right?
song.
A lot of classic disco, but
Yeah.
this is like the one new wave song that made the cut was Pop Music by M. So here we go.
Pop, pop, pop music. Pop, pop, pop music.
Get down.
Pop, pop, pop music. Pop, pop, pop music.
Radio, video. Boogie with a suitcase. You're living in a disco. Forget about the rat race. Let's do the milkshake and sell it like a hotcake. Try some, buy some, beat by four. Talk about pop music. Talk about pop music.
Shooby-dooby-doo-wop.
I wanna dedicate it.
Pop, pop, shoo-wop.
Everybody made it.
Shooby-dooby-doo-wop.
Infiltrate it.
Pop, pop, shoo-wop.
Activate it. New York, London, Paris, Munich. Everybody talk about pop music. Talk about pop music. Talk about
Pop music. Pop, pop, pop music. Pop, pop, pop music.
singing in the subway. Shovel with a shoe shine. Makes me a Molotov. I'm on the headline. Wanna be a gunslinger, don't be a rock singer. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, which way you wanna go? Talk about pop music. Talk about pop music.
Shooby-dooby-doo-wop.
Right in between.
Pop, pop, shoo-wop.
Me, 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 me.
Shooby-dooby-doo-wop.
Right in between it.
Pop, pop, shoo-wop.
You know what I mean. Hit it. Now you know what I'm saying. Talk about
Pop music.
talk about
Pop music. Pop, pop, pop music. Pop, pop,
pop music all around the world,
pop, pop music.
wherever you are.
Pop, pop music.
Dance to the street, anything you like. Do it in your car, in the middle of the night. La 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 la. La 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 la. Dance in the supermarket, dig it in the fast lane.
right, if you just joined, this is DJ Ape from the Denver local scene, and he'll give a little bit of history of your background in radio a little later in the show.
Yes, my previous life, if you will.
I'm going to try to get the the camera working on this picture disc, which is Stray Cats. I just got this at Twist and Shout Records, which is I think it's our biggest store. And this is called the unreleased 4-track EP 10-inch called Unplugged, and it's live, and this is Rock This Town.
Old LA song. Well, baby and me went out that Saturday night. Let me tell ya, I had my hands on top, believe it's loose or right. Yeah, pick up a drink, gotta have it for me too. Mama don't know what I got for you. That's alright, 'cause I'm looking at you. Well, it's not a new place that really didn't look that bad. I had a whiskey on the rocks, change of a dollar for the jukebox. Well, put it on the rack into that hand. All it played was this old man, come on, let's have it here right away. We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. We're gonna rock this town, make them scream and shout. We're gonna rock, 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 man, rock. We're gonna rock until we pop, we're gonna rock until we rock. Rock this town, rock this place before. One rock, rock, and one night, and
We have Level 2 Hype Train. Thank you, everybody.
give me some fucking rhythm. Yeah, we're gonna rock this town. 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 We're gonna rock this town. Rock this town. Rock this town. Rock this town.
That is the Stray Cats with Rock This Town. What they're calling it Unplugged. I heard guitars. They sound like they're plugged into me.
It kind of sounded like the recording equipment might not have been plugged in either.
But here's the cover.
But no, it wonderfully lo-fi.
Yeah,
that was kind of neat,
That was very AM radio,
right?
and
I
you
kinda-
come from FM radio, so
I
that's
do.
gotta like hurt your ears.
Okay. No, it's different. That's all. I mean, you can't. Everything sounds different, you know.
I was at Twist and Shout last week, coming back from a meeting, and I saw this, and it's like, I can't let this sit there.
Right?
That must come home with me, and here
Right.
it is. And now it's three other
There's
songs.
there's a space in the S's just waiting for that.
Yeah, and not only that, but the future shows have 3 more Stray Cats very low fidelity songs coming your way. Hopefully you have
Tune in
something.
next week.
Wait, it looks like you have another KTEL record.
No, it's Atco.
Oh, okay.
Good guess.
All right. So what's
This was
next?
kind of like I said, the first record was a bit sort of my first lesson on DJing or expanding out on something besides just whatever happened to be on the radio. And this album was kind of my first real dive into owning music that I actually loved. My brother borrowed this record from somebody else, and he quite liked it, but I was just blown away by it because around 1980, most of the songs were either "I Love You," "You Don't Love Me," and "Let's Dance." Those are the three kind of songs you heard. And then Gary Numan's "Pleasure Principle" was kind of a hit here in America, and none of those were on any of those songs on that album. It was a completely different kind of feel, musically and lyrically, and so it was like the first album to really kind of start pushing my brain outwards on what music is, what music I might like, and what I like to get into. It was kind of like my, the gateway drug into post-punk new wave, really. So this is from the Pleasure Principle album. This is Gary Numan. This is Films.
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 And thank you everybody for that hype train. Appreciate everybody's bits and subs. And that is Gary Numan. Thank you for picking something other than Cars.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. If I had $1 for every time we heard Cars on this show.
That is something I do play in my sets. Though.
Of course.
I can
as
kinda
Abe,
get
you
the
want to
40
go for the hits.
I can kind of get the 45 on that one. The album, not so much. So.
Yeah, it's not like you're playing random B-sides that nobody knows when you
Right.
perform.
Right, we'll get into that on my next song, actually. So.
Okay, cool. Well, I know you all know The Cure's last album, Songs of a Lost World, and
I'm just showing it off.
there it is, Divana. And you know, it's a listen to record, kind of like Disintegration, but Disintegration's actually better. Well, finally, they released Mixes of a Lost World, which is a double record set. And I know it's been out for a little while, but I just finally picked it up because I'm slow to get new records. But thanks for all the bits and subs, because that's where they come from. So when the bank account gets replenished, I go out and buy records. And this is I'm Nothing. I'm Nothing. Oh, and Nothing is Forever. I can read. It's so small. Usually I don't even put the...
Everything we do is carefully planned here.
So what I love about this 2-record set is somebody's taken the chance and, you know, remixing all those slow, melancholy songs and giving them beats, giving them something interesting. So here's the first of many that I'll play on the show.
be with me in the end. Promise you'll be with me in the end.
All right, that is The Cure. And I can't say that was like a, banger for the dance floor, but
You can dance to it.
it had a rhythm.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, it was nice. I liked it.
Yeah, it was nice. I like what they did with that, and we're gonna play more of that next week. Next week is Christopher Anton, who was the replacement singer for Information Society for over a decade at least, if not longer, when Kurt Harlan left the band to pursue his music gaming career or whatever reason it was. We never really talked about it. Who knows?
I know, we'll never
It
know.
doesn't matter, but Christopher Anton will be here next week.
Well, not here. Right? He'll be
Remote.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Okay. Well, I told you earlier about the whole Ape ethos, how Ape does his thing, which is I play records and I give them away at my gigs. Because of that, I have certain guidelines of records I can and cannot play. Pretty much anything past 1990 is off the table. Anything like imports, good luck playing any New Order or Cure or anything like that, just because I don't get paid enough for my gigs to give those records away. So my general genres are 80s pop. There's some new wave in there. Also disco. I also do funk, and sometimes I do 60s, 70s soul. That's a little less common, and sometimes I do something even weirder like Tiki Lounge or something like that. But generally, those are my main four. And given that I have to find these records for cheap, play them, and presumably people will like them, I kind of posed a little challenge here to Randall. Could he figure out what is the ultimate Ape song? Now, I know Weblerex you're on, and don't tell him.
Oh, no, I'm not looking at the chat.
Okay, don't look at the chat.
The only thing that came to mind is, I am the Ape Man, goo ka-choo.
No, it's not gorilla themed. I'll tell you that.
Oh, well then, because it's an old record. So
Because there's a great supply of them.
all right.
And it fits all these genres.
Okay, I got it. I
You
got
know,
it. It has to be something disco.
Something boogie-ish.
Okay.
just going.
Casey and the Sunshine Band?
That's a good one, but think something that also I could play on the 80s show. The disco and 80s.
Blondie?
Very
that
good
would-
guess. You're very close.
That would bridge the gap.
You're very close. But that one's a little harder to get. It's hard to get Heart of Glass.
So something that bridges disco
Uh-huh.
and 80s.
It has a vaguely 80s feel despite being disco.
Huh. Well, why don't you just tell us? Those were my guesses.
Why don't I not tell you? Why don't I just play it?
And I'll go, oh,
Right. Just bring me up real quick here.
you're up.
Okay, ready? It's a very scratchy copy too. I didn't realize that when I grabbed it, but deal with it.
Ape scratch themselves.
You know it. You know it. You love it.
Funky Town.
Of course.
This came in the 80s.
1980.
Gotta make a move to a town that's right for me. Town to keep me moving, keep me grooving with some energy. Well, I talked take me to.
And Warren, I sent you a text looking for your track that you sent me the other day. Send it to my email and I'll get it on. Okay, Funky Town. I was going to guess Anita Ward, but I was way off.
No, it's you know, it's not something you would think out automatically, but yeah, it's at one point I had 14 copies. I'm down to 5 now. So
Well, the
it's
more you
working.
DJ, the more you need.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. Is Ape has completely transformed how I shop for records. You know, most people when they shop for records, you know, you get the easy ones first, you know, and then you're looking to fill those gaps, or looking for that, you know, weird B-side or German pressing that you've always wanted. Me, I'm like, oh, I'm running out of KC and the Sunshine Band. Got to go looking for some Get Down Tonight, you know.
Yeah,
And,
shake, shake, shake.
Right.
All the hits.
Yeah, you know, and they're, you know, it's
How do you find the records? I mean, you've obviously scoured all the local stores, but
yeah.
I mean, online. I mean,
Online, a lot of them online. I do check out Twist and Shout. Rarely go to Wax Tracks. I stumbled across the one that's just south of Hampton and Broadway. I don't remember the name of it right now.
Angelo's.
No, they just opened up about a couple
Oh.
years ago, and they had a great 45 collection. Well, they did, because I kind of picked it clean. But
Have you been to Invincible Vinyl yet?
I have not.
It's on Kalamath and First.
Okay.
Little shop, and he's got a selection of 45s. I don't know what disco, but
Okay, you know,
it's worth,
I always
worth
look.
shopping. And
you know,
recollect records.
I do. I mean,
There's some dollar records and a lot of disco in the bottom bins.
See, that's perfect. That's perfect for Ape.
Yeah,
so.
but you have to get on the little stool and sit there for hours and go through them all, because not necessarily alphabetized, but there's a lot of TK disco records,
Perfect.
12-inch.
Yeah, that's
But,
great
you know,
too. 'Cause
it
I
works.
do these other gigs occasionally called Studio Filthy 4, which is you know,
Filthy 4.
Filthy 4. It's disco, but it's the sleazy, cheesy disco. So the TK
Is there
would be
any other
perfect.
kind?
Well, Funky Town, I guess.
Okay, up next, because you all give bits and subs, my record account was replenished. I let it get up to like $150, and then I go shopping. I was able to get the brand new Toy record that's called The Prophet. It only came out a week ago or so. And this is the band that used to be Evil's Toy, and now they're just Toy. And Eloquent remixed them, a decade ago or more, maybe 15 years ago, and did a song called Another Love Song. I will play that one after your song, so you can get a feel for what we did for them a long time ago, more of a high energy song. But this is their brand new album called The Prophet, and this song is called Neon Lights.
I try forever just to be with you. Can't stand the fear of ever losing you. After the dark, I have a different view. A second chance at our romance. Time feels like it's rushing by. You are the light I found inside. Now I can see with open eyes. Take me out into the starlit night, guiding my way into the bright city light. Take me up into your arms tonight. Light up the dance floor in the sweet neon light. Into the club I walk and feel your glow. I know too well I've got to take this slow. We dance together as if we are one. Look into my eyes and we know. Time feels like it's rushing by. You are the light I found inside. Now I can see with open eyes. Take me out into the starlit night, guiding my way into your arms tonight. Light up the dance floor in the sweet neon light. Where there is sweet neon light, so bright. Tonight, let's close our eyes and we'll fly. Tonight, so high into the neon light. Take me out into the starlit night, guiding my way into the bright city light. Take me up into your arms tonight. Light up the dance floor in the sweet neon light.
That is Toy and Neon Lights, and I'll play some more of their new album not next week, the one after that. I already have stuff planned for next week with Christopher Anton.
Oh, yeah. That's, that's a nice tune, though. I like
Yeah,
that
thanks.
one. Yeah.
I saw Wet Leg last night with Bob Moses, the DJ, and I forgot to grab the Wet Leg record from the basement, well, what we call the basement, which is the garage. So I'll try to remember to grab that. If not, I'll play it. Really great live show.
Oh, great.
Yeah, great energy, great live performance. It's great to see live music. So I wondered, as a ex-radio DJ and now live DJ, how do you feel about AI music and who's going to actually perform it if those songs become hits?
Well, here's
Is it going to be
kind of my
Milli Vanilli?
well, we've got the Gorillaz touring. We got hologram, Tupac and so forth. So I don't see any reason why you can't have a hologram band, really.
Or some performance version?
Right thereof.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just whatever people want. I'm not a fan of AI music, I guess, in a general way. Everything I've heard of, I'm like, well, you did a good job. You completed the assignment, but I haven't heard a song I really, really
Not yet.
enjoy. But if anything, I think AI type music puts Ape in a good spot because he's like completely in the other opposite direction of AI. It's like not just vinyl, but it's like, no, this is the scratchiest, the kind of the lowest level vinyl.
Right,
And
lower
so-
than that Stray Cats?
I would probably get a scratchy copy of that record and play that, So that would end up being, I think. So I forgot to say, if I can't imagine anyone has questions for Ape, but if you do, just obviously let him know in the
Yeah,
chat. I
tag
don't have
me.
glasses on, so he'll have to tell me. If he
Tag me so I'll know to look. It's
Yeah.
hard to read the chat sometimes. 'cause
I am on Twitch. I am hardly ever streaming anymore. I used to run practice sets on Twitch, but doing what I do, it tends to be a lot more poppy stuff, and they have a lot of the bands that are, do not play. So I just
Yeah, you
got
can't
tired.
play Bowie, Prince, Madonna.
Yeah, so I had this kind of list going, and it was just like, and, it
Not worth
wasn't
it.
worth it. Yeah, I'll just run the practice sets at home without turning the camera on.
What'd you
but
bring for us?
there's an Ape if you really do want to follow me.
There is an ape.
There's an Ape.
There is an ape.
No, there's
There's an ape.
an Ape.
With apostrophe?
No, just all one word.
So there's an ape.
There's an Ape. In fact, DJ Aviva,
Yeah.
who we had on a
Yeah,
little while ago.
yep.
The first time I joined her stream to watch her, she misread it as Teresa Nape, and so she said, "Well, hello, Teresa. It's good to see you." And so now I'm Teresa on her.
Teresa, yeah.
Teresa
Yeah,
Nape.
We've been out to see her live and stream from her house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's
awesome.
She's fun.
Yeah, she's awesome. Up next, this will be the last of my kind of history records, the ones that kind of shaped Ape and made him what he is today. I got this record as a gift. I think it was like my 14th birthday, something like that, on cassette. Obviously went back and got the vinyl eventually. And again, it was something that blew my brain, kind of pushed it outwards. The video was on MTV, of the hit. I won't be playing the hit. And it was, it's great when you're young and things move your brain outwards. You know, it's like, oh, there's a bigger world than the one I thought I previously lived in. You know. Also, I went from this album to a second album by this person, and it was a jazz album, and that's what got me into jazz. And so there was a lot that kind of happened with this, with the acquisition of this record. It's Herbie Hancock. The album is Future Shock. I will not play Rocket, although I do love that song. This is a song called TFS. I don't know what it stands for. Maybe The Future Shock. I don't know. But here's TFS from Herbie Hancock. Whoa.
Well,
Sorry about that.
that is one way to end a record.
My sleeve, my ape glove,
If
doing what
you,
it should not be doing. Sorry about that.
you can't trust apes in a studio, clearly.
My record's fine. Let's see if your needle's okay, though.
Well,
I don't
we
know
have
if
a
I need to
backup
replace
here.
that, so.
If it doesn't play next time, we know the ape did it,
You know who to call.
not Ghostbusters.
Let me know your Venmo.
All right, so the last song I played was the brand new Toy, Neon Lights. This is the remix that Eloquent and my previous band Tristram did probably in 2000, I'm going to say 5 or 6. This is called Another Love Song. This came out on A Different Drum Records out of Utah. And they were a label, Defunct Now, that just put out modern synth pop.
Oh, nice.
And I got in with the guy, and I did a couple remixes for some of his bands. And this is one of them. And a lot more energy than the last one.
No one loves you like I do. perfect to be true. Be my fire for tonight. Keep me warm and hold me tight. No one scares me like you do. My sweet angel dressed in blue. Light my fire for tonight. Keep me warm and hold me tight. No one knows you like I do. You're too perfect to be true. Be my fire for tonight. Keep me warm and hold me tight. I enjoy the nights we share. When you sleep, I'm watching you. You are still a strange affair. Hidden sense in what you do. No one knows you like I do. You're too perfect to be true. Be my fire for tonight. Keep me warm and hold me tight. No one scares me like you do. My sweet angel dressed in blue. Light my fire for tonight. Keep me warm and hold me tight. No one knows you like I do. You're too perfect to be true. Be my fire for tonight. Keep me warm and hold me tight.
And you'll know that's a remix by me because of the crash. I use that on everything.
DJ crash sound effect.
And if anybody's a producer that's listening, that is the Yamaha Native Instruments FM7 synth lead that's playing that really quick. And the bass line is a Pro 52. And that was the first year I got electronic instruments in a computer, which they call soft synths. And I was so intrigued how punchy and bright and precise the timing was compared to the rest of this room, which is using MIDI, which is an old 80s,
Right.
data
Retro.
protocol. So I was like, I'm going to do a really fast song. I'm going to make it really tight. And everything's just so clean and crisp. Anyway, that's that.
Right.
You're next.
Well, it's like when computer graphics first happened, and everyone's like, oh, I can make these computer graphics. And now it looks exactly like, the year 1998 or whatever.
Yeah, I can make things on a computer with Photoshop.
Look, it's a grid with a pyramid in it. Up next, nothing to say about this band other than I really like them. They were one of my favorite bands in the 80s. We were talking over dinner about bands we had met, chatted with. I actually have met Duran Duran a few times. I'm dropping names, so don't step
Name
in
dropper?
it. Yeah, don't step in it. And I said it was surprising to me that Simon Le Bon was the one who would not talk to anybody. He just would stare at you. He'd say, I thought that was a great set. And he'd just stare. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're not talking. Okay.
You're like Dick.
Yeah, I know, right? Just say thank you, or just wave or something. No, just stare.
We can swear on this show.
But I'm used to
Do
radio.
apes swear?
What?
Oh, you're used to not swearing.
I'm used to radio, so I'm used to not swearing. So.
Mm-hmm. You program yourself.
Right.
All right. Who did talk?
Oddly, Nick Rhodes, who seems like, I guess maybe Roger Taylor looks like he would talk less, but even than not Nick. But no, yeah, Nick loved chatting. I just found if you found a topic he was interested in and could talk about, like I said, I complained about like the CD pressing of Rio, and he complained about Capitol Records for like 10 minutes. It was just like, okay, this is the easiest interview ever. I just have to go, keep talking, go on.
You didn't tell him if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it?
Oh, they were off Capitol Records at that point, so it didn't matter. So. But yeah, and I guess I mentioned earlier that Ape plays the hits because that's what he does. But yeah, I do have a bit of that. I'm a collector. I'm going to get something more obscure. I'm going to play B-sides, that kind of thing. So this is the Night Romantics EP, which was just 2 extended versions. A cover version, which I don't remember where that one came from, and this is the B-side of Careless Memories. It's called Canada, and I don't know what that means either, just like TFS. I am a bad host since I didn't do my research. But I do
Mr.
like
B,
the
what does
song.
it mean?
What's that?
We have somebody in the chat that will look it up
Oh,
for
yeah,
us.
right? Canada, Khanada.
What does it mean? Why is it here?
Right. All right, here we go. Here's Canada, Duran Duran.
Didn't no one tell you money is the game? Things so hard to get now. I don't even know your name. Can be with me, I've nothing to lose. No one's day, it's coming too soon. I don't believe in dragons of blue. I don't believe in nobody's rule. As the rain falls, I might go outside just because you're with me. Doesn't mean you're not beside. Don't play with me, I've nothing to lose. No one's day, it's coming too soon. I don't believe in dragons.
Thank you, Mr. B.
I don't believe in nobody's rule.
All right, that was the new one from Depeche Mode. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, yes.
Duran Duran,
Yes.
a fine record. Now let's see how you take the needle off this time. You got a chance to redeem yourself. Here we go. The ape is removing the needle, and it's unharmed. Amazing. All right, up next, a song we've never heard on this show. Nobody's ever heard ever, except for a few rare people that participated in a remix contest. Warren Whaley from the Dollhouse sent me this song just now, and it is Do They Know It's Christmas, his instrumental version. And I was like, oh, why isn't Cat singing? But we're going to play it anyway. I love it because it's instrumental of a song that we all know. And it's that time of the year where you're going to hear this all over Twitch for the next month. But you won't hear this version.
No.
No, so
It's
fuck all the
sad.
haters.
But, so everyone, hold your boombox up to your computer so you can get a copy and play it at your next holiday party.
That's right. You can record it. If you want a copy, Master of the Dollhouse is in the chat. That is Warren Whaley. I don't think that was actually the Dollhouse, but is Warren of the Dollhouse.
Some
It
people
was-
get dollhouses for Christmas.
Some people do. That was part of a Moog remix, not a remix, like a song contest. But you had to make the song on your Moog, and so he did that and came in second place.
Nice.
And what'd you win, Warren? You said you won like $1,000 or some equipment or something like that.
Was the first place one like We Are the World?
I think they got studio time. They won something bigger, yeah.
No, I wonder what the song was that won.
Oh,
We Are the World.
I don't know. Were they all Christmas songs?
Right,
They-
were they all charity singles?
What's interesting now that we have stem separation with our audio gear, we could lift all the vocals out of the original and lay it over the top of your music bed. Maybe that's a winter project.
Right?
Yeah, should be cool. Anyway, that was Warren's track. Never heard on
well
Twitch.
done, Warren. It was beautiful.
It was fun.
It was nice. I liked it. I had a previous career before I became a gorilla. I was on radio. I was on radio for 27 years.
What station?
KTCL. I hosted a local music program. Also did the Retro Show and Adventure University, which was a new music show. But I hosted Locals Only for 22 years.
Which I tried to attribute to Nick Cage.
Right.
Duh.
And I let you do that. I didn't. You notice I did not get upset or
No, I don't know.
I did not fling dung or anything like that. I just said no. I just gently corrected him. That was me. And part of that was just listening to a ton of local music. My hard drive on my computer is still jam packed with local bands, good and less than good. And so I did get a few things on vinyl, not too often. For
They would mail
obvious
you the
reasons.
stuff?
What's that?
You got that stuff free?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, they'd
generally,
mail it
good.
to you.
You know, obviously the MP3s were free, but yeah, generally the records they would be nice and send them to me. Sometimes they'd autograph them and say,
Play me, please.
right, here's the vinyl and you know what to do, kind of thing. I should grab you the vinyl. This is from an album called 303 Music Volume 1. Obviously, there's other volumes.
That's our area code here.
Yes, 303 is the Denver's area code. We actually have two, but that's the main one. And there's a bunch of good stuff on here. This is one of my favorite local bands and local songs. And I picked it just because it's a little more new wavy. It's got kind of that kind of groove to it.
We'll see about that.
Well, it's just, it's not pop punk, basically, is what I'm saying. Is the name of the band is Eldrin. They are now inactive, I believe. Everyone's kind of been spread out to the world. But the song is called "We Just Want the World," and
Okay.
it's from Eldrin.
Eldrin.
Which one are we here?
Oh, right here. We're good.
All right, here we go. Enjoy.
We just want the world.
All right, thanks for sharing that local music. And I'd imagine working at a radio station, you probably were exposed to a lot of things.
Yeah, this is a beautiful, I should point out, beautiful
Broncos.
Bronco splatter vinyl.
I'll put it on this camera.
Okay,
So that's what it looks like. Orange.
blue and orange.
Yep. So Mike Rich, I thought you were coming by for dinner tonight. You missed out on Christine's spaghetti and meatballs.
It was awesome, by the way.
And there's leftovers. It's not too late. If you get here soon, you can meet the ape.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
So I did pull one or two records just for the ape tonight. The first one is, of course, The Velvet Underground. Look at that, produced by Andy Warhol. And the banana has been peeled already. Now it's pink.
Well, now you see.
Oh, feed the ape! It's kind of phallic.
If only you knew. It says peel slowly and see, and now you can see.
Now we see that
Someone
it's
just peeled
pink.
slowly.
And actually the red light that's over here is, casting red on it, but it's a white cover. I am going to play Sunday Morning by The Velvet Underground.
Sunday morning brings the dawn in. It's just a restless feeling by my side. Early dawning, Sunday morning. It's just the wasted years so close behind. Watch out, the world's behind you. There's always someone around you who will call. It's nothing at all. Sunday morning, and I'm falling. I've got a feeling I don't want to know. Early dawning, Sunday morning. It's all the streets you cross not so long ago. Watch out, the world's behind you. There's always someone around you who will call. It's nothing at all. Watch out, the world's behind you. There's always someone around you who will call. It's nothing at all. Sunday morning, Sunday morning, Sunday morning.
All right, welcome Mama Scenic. She's in the chat. And thank you for dinner, Mama Scenics. That was awesome. And yes, she's getting a surgery in January after the 80s bash in Mexico.
Nice.
So a couple things coming up. I'll talk about that for the next couple weeks. January 8th, 9th, that weekend in Puerto Vallarta. If you want to come for an 80s bash, I'm DJing down there, doing a club takeover at a nightclub, playing 80s with Brian Doe from LA, and a party boat the next day. It should be fun. And this Friday, coming up, the 1940s ball at the Turverine. If you're into swing dancing, if you want to come in Denver, we'll
That
be
is an
there.
Awesome show. If you've never been, definitely recommend that.
Do it. Do it. All right, what's next?
This is a banana in my pocket, by the way.
Is that a banana
Yeah,
in your
It
pocket?
really is. I'm not glad to see it.
All right, we got some banana jokes.
I'm going to tell you something else. I don't do this very often anymore, but another DJ stuff I used to do is something called 45 plus 1, where I would collect instrumental 45s. Generally in Henry, I started with like kind of 50s rock because there was a ton of those.
Were they the B-sides?
No, it just tequila. You could just any instrumental rock
Okay.
number. I mean, if it came as a B-side, that's fine too. I didn't necessarily look for anything. It didn't matter if it was a hit or anything. It was just I was trying to make sets together with instrumentals first. That was my first idea. But then I got the idea of having musicians come in and play along with these records. And so I would, like every 15 minutes or so, someone would come in and play a guitar, play keyboards, whatever. And over the course of my gigs, I had a total of, I think, 240 different musicians come in and play with me. Everything from...
Oh, that's right. You asked me if I would come do that.
Yes.
I'll come and do piano.
Right.
Like improv over an instrumental.
Yeah, exactly. Anything you'd like to do. I had someone play a modified Nintendo Game Boy. I had one guy who always played buckets. I had a children's choir come in and sing. I had, it didn't matter. It was just like, here's your instrumental, whatever you want to do to it, for the duration of the record. Jazz musicians would say, don't even tell me what you're playing. I'm just start playing it and we'll play over it.
Oh.
Because they're improvers and they like that sort
They're
of
that
thing.
good.
We
I can play any key.
Yeah, exactly. It's in the key of Q. Unfortunately, we did have a musician all set to come in and play with me, play with the record. I should make that clear. And unfortunately, he fell sick. So Ty, I'm so sorry that you fell sick. Hope you get better. Ty, who was formerly from Reno Divorce, now in a band called the Teflon Dons, was going to play guitar over the B-side of Songs of the Siren by This Mortal Coil. Is that
This
correct?
Mortal Coil.
Okay, my brain just went blank on me, but yeah, I did get it right.
You brought This Mortal Coil? I've never seen that on record.
I did. I'll show it to you, but
Are we going to play it?
I wasn't going to play that since he's not here.
Oh.
But I was going to play this other B-side instead. 'Cause I
Okay.
do have a story about this one.
Okay.
This was a gig I played, obviously, this was pre-pandemic. And Lynn, I want to say Turkle, if that's correct. She's the drummer of Imperial Teen.
Okay.
And she lives here in town. And I out of nowhere, I just said, hey, if this is what I do, is this something you'd like to try? And she said, oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And so she came in and she picked this instrumental to play with. And she vocalized, played keyboards, and played drums all at the same time,
Wow.
which my brain kind of fried on me. I was just like, that was exactly what I wanted to happen, because it was different. I always like different these things. Obviously, she's not here to play with us, but I can play you the B-side. It's the B-side of Mother's Talk from Tears for Fears, the British B-side. It's called Empire Building, and Tears for Fears was one of those bands who used their B-sides to get their experimental stuff out of their system, you might say. There've been a couple 80s bands who did that. And so this is Empire Building from Tears for Fears.
It wasn't conspiracy. It wasn't consultation.
Wonderful, George. That's South Africa.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do to this. a song. Jay Headblade, welcome. Yeah, Jay, I think you're right. That is a Art of Noise vibe.
It is. So we were just saying that too. So
Definitely. Welcome, Jay. Let's get you booked on the show. I have openings in February. Love to have you on the show again and get it committed to for the new year. It'll be my 6th year streaming this April coming up.
Wow.
I figured, why not? Let's do it another year. So I was in the garage looking for the Gorillaz record, which I did pull, and for some reason, Depeche Mode, Everything Counts was misfiled in the G's. So I pulled it and played it, and that's why we're playing it tonight. This is Everything Counts. Of course, the 12-inch version. actually was Depeche Mode this time. Punk
Sounds
rock.
like Duran Duran.
Yeah, almost Duran Duran. Punk rock, hippie chick. She Died Again, welcome. All right. I'm out of breath because I brought 100 pounds of records up the stairs.
Yeah, he was looking for a record, and he's like, "Oh, it's over here." No, it isn't. It's downstairs.
I forgot.
I don't know what. No, wait. Is it?
I remember where it
I
was.
mean, I'm sure some of you out there like are vinyl collectors too, and like as much as you love to think that everything is perfectly filed, you have that one time, and it's like, "Oh, I totally need to hear this record," and it's not where it is, and then for the next 30 minutes to 30 days, you're looking everywhere you can.
I've lost records for years.
Right.
And then they turn up.
Right, and then it's like, well, of course it was there. Remember, because you put it there because of that thing. And
I remember why it's in that case. But
Right.
Now I can play it.
why is it in that suitcase I haven't used in
Because
in
life
5
sucks
years?
and then you die.
Right, because why not?
What is that? Is that a record weight?
Yeah, he's my record weight.
All right. I got to see this. Hold on.
Mr. Spinney is his name.
We'll move the camera over here. And you're probably wondering, but you have 2 cameras. Why doesn't that one work? Well,
It doesn't.
Well, my USB hub burned out.
Okay, so yeah, this is Mr. Spinney. He spins around and just holds my 45s down when it's one of those small hole ones.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Spinney.
Yeah.
All right, what are you playing for us?
This is the one you wanted to play. The one that was
Oh,
going
this
to be
Mortal
played.
Coil?
Ty was going to play guitar to this one, and I'm really sorry he isn't here to do that because he had some. Yeah, the thing is especially with Ty, and this is what I loved about 45+1 is a lot of musicians use it as an excuse to kind of branch out. Because Ty was in Reno Divorce, and he said he loved playing with Reno Divorce, but a lot of it was chugga 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 chugga. And so he's like, well, this is a chance for me to really play, really do something different. And so he added this kind of Paul Reynolds, Flock of Seagulls guitar to this, and it sounded fantastic. It is on YouTube, so if you...
Where do you find it on YouTube?
Exactly, I don't know. If you search for 45+1 Ty, TYE, you'll probably find it, ?
All right.
But yeah, he did a great job.
Anybody want to find it and post a link?
Yeah.
I'll give you $1.
Yeah, we'll give you $1.
Mike Rich, you're a record bunker.
I'll give you a scratchy copy of Funky Down if you do this for me.
So this is...
Yeah, this is the 45. It's This Mortal Coil. It's a Song of the Siren 45, and the B-side is an instrumental of 16 Days. And so, yeah, that's what he played guitar to. So here we go.
And there it is, Wet Leg. That was easy.
That's fun.
What's the name of the song? Oh, I took it. 16 days.
Definitely, if you have me that down, we'll have you do this instead. So.
that is This Mortal Coil, the B-side of Song to the Siren, which is just a huge song for them.
Yeah,
Thanks for playing the B-side.
you bet.
All right, up next, I went and found the record in the 100-pound box. This is Wet Leg, and I'm going to play Wet Dream because I know Riley usually plays Shay's Lounge. They have a new album. I didn't buy it last night because I want to buy it from Invincible Vinyl and support local music stores. Same price. But this band, I got a free ticket to from my friend James last minute, and I went down to the Fillmore and saw them. And Bob Moses DJ opened, which was basically a rave set with a bunch of live vocals over the top of it. But Wet Leg did a really great job. 3 guitars on stage. There were keyboards, but I didn't hear many of them.
Mixed down low.
Just very powerful, very tight sounding live band. Great performance. The lead singer just has a ton of energy and makes the show enjoyable. Here is Wet Leg. That is Wet Leg, and they're from the UK, baby.
Oh, and still touring America. How beautiful.
Yeah, they're doing their tour, and you know, I said, it's like kind of like where punk rock progressed, but with a pop sound.
Right.
Because they have a very heavy guitar, and when you see them live, I mean, I think that song on this record sounded pretty polished and produced.
Yeah, very catchy, yeah.
But when you're seeing them live, it's punk rock energy.
It's very in your face, very.
Yeah, I mean, she's dancing around, twirling, and I look at the cover. You know, there's clearly like 5 people in the band, and here she is in a Catholic school uniform.
Say the record, yeah.
And I keep thinking of that old band. What was it? With the 2 girls, and they were both in the Catholic.
Oh, Tattoo.
Tattoo, yeah.
Yes.
I think a Tattoo.
Thanks,
But
Brain.
it's interesting that the bass player, the brunette, is really not forward on the stage. She's way back at the drummer and kind of hidden. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
It's probably where she wants to be.
Probably. And she really wouldn't face the audience much. It was kind of sideways
Right.
at the drummer the whole night.
She just likes to play, you know. We were talking about that earlier, about how, you know, some artists are not good with interacting with fans or with the public at large. I mentioned Gary Newman, meeting Gary Newman, and he was, the first time it was like, yes, how are you? You know, in that very stiff, you know, in his, you know, 3rd decade of doing this, he still was, it was like his first day. And second time was much better. He he brought his wife along, and his wife eases things makes things a lot easier for him, and he's a lot looser around her. So, but yeah, some people just are not people persons, and
Nope.
they just enjoy playing music instead, and so.
Well, Ape, what was the last live show you saw? Was it too
Oh,
long
boy.
ago to remember, or
Um,
do you remember?
It actually was long enough that I'm having trouble remembering. It might have been the Tears for Fears one out on the green. I think that might have been the last
Oh, the
one. The Levitt
Levitt Pavilion.
Yeah, that was like a year plus ago, maybe.
Mhm. And
End of last summer.
he
maybe.
lives here now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he married a
mentioned that.
gal that's from Colorado.
Yeah, he mentioned that that this is his home, not his home turf. I don't know if he lives in Denver per se. I think he's like in Highlands Ranch or something. But yeah, so
Interesting.
yeah,
That we have a Tears for Fears.
yeah, there's a Tear for Fear.
Roland.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get him to come out and play at your next. the next
Hey,
one.
you know what? He's Denver. Come on the show.
I actually, when I did these 45+1 gigs, I would reach out to, fairly big names who lived here.
Because you could.
Because you could, they'll say no, and that's fine, or not.
Except
not
for when they
respond,
do.
right? No, and one was Vanilla Ice. I was like, well, okay,
Oh.
he lives here. I'll ask him. And his manager responded. He said, just so you know, he won't leave the house for less than $50,000. And I went, okay.
What?
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I just won't have him.
That's yeah.
Well, I mean,
Vanilla
it-
Ice. You'd be lucky to get a gig.
Well, that's
now.
just it. Is if,
No
if you can,
offense.
if you can say that, good for
Maybe
you.
you could
know?
at the top of.
I can't.
Can't touch this. Oh no, that was
That's
MC Hammer.
Hammer. Ice Ice Baby. Is
Ice Ice Baby. It's all the same, isn't it?
complete segue from here over to here.
Over to Depeche Mode.
This is another record from my getting instrumental 45s days. I don't think anyone ever played along to this, which is for a good reason. It's a difficult one to play to. It's from 1969. Guy put out an album, a Moog album, and released a single from it. And as is common in the day, to kind of show people, especially radio stations, that this is the hit side. He put an extremely long song on the B side. It's 8 minutes long, which is weird.
The
and
Wendy
it's-
Carlos.
No, it's a.
You
Dick-
said a Moog record. I was
Yeah.
like, well, that's the only one I can
No, it's
think
Dick
of.
Hyman, a jazz
for Warren's.
musician, and that became the hit. It actually charted into the top 40, even though it was 8 minutes long. I will not play the 8 minute long version. I did get a radio edit on 45, so it's only 3 minutes. So, but he has two drum machines. Well, drum machines. It was like the presets on organs going at the same time. You can kind of hear it, not quite
Synced.
syncing, and him just messing around on a Moog on top of it. And that was being played in between Beatles records on the radio, and that just blows my mind. So anyway, this is The Minotaur by Dick Hyman.
Warren, what do you think of this?
So there you
Wow.
go.
I don't know if I love it or hate it.
It's compelling though. I think it's very.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think I own anything like that.
That's all you had to do to get a record out back then. Wow.
Well, you know, he was a jazz musician. He had tons of albums out before this, and this
Oh, yeah,
was
just
him like, I've got a Moog now. and-
Improving over just
Yeah, the
that CR78
samba-
drum machine.
the
Yeah.
samba button and the bossa nova button at the same time. kind of
Warren,
thing.
what drum machine was that?
I honestly don't know. I don't even know if it was a drum machine. Back in the day, the organs would have like pre-programmed drum beats on them, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it was just that. I honestly don't know. I haven't done the research on that song. So.
Well,
But there you go.
Thank
There-
you
if
for
you-
sharing that.
Dick
very,
Hyman, Hyman, and Minotaur is the name of
Okay.
the song. So.
Up next, it's time for Eloquent Hour. This is from our album that came out in 2005 or 6. Now on vinyl, you can get it on Bandcamp. This is our album Carousel Life.
It's beautiful.
It's yellow.
You need an adjective to go with the yellow. It's
The
like
catalytic power.
catalytic power yellow, not
The
butter yellow.
Catalytic yellow.
Okay, catalytic yellow. I like that.
All right. That's what-
Available on catalytic yellow
I,
vinyl.
I almost will give it a catalytic ochre,
Ochre.
if you want to be more descriptive.
It's a little chartreuse.
A little bit. We're going to call it...
You know where straight guys have
Bright
sports
mustard.
they have sports statistics. Well, we have a color wheel,
Mhm.
and so yeah, I can tell you that's a yellow off yellow chartreuse.
It's pretty bright.
Yeah.
So this song, Circus Disco, is one of the first songs that Stephen and I wrote. It's about an old disco in the LA area, Los Angeles, for you people, that Stephen used to frequent and go to. So he wrote a song about it. And when we play it live, which we've done twice in the last few months, and that's all I do. Here it is. That's our trippy disco intro.
We're looking at the lights. We're looking at the tonight.
That is Eloquent Circus Disco. Thanks for listening. That song is 2005-6. I
Nice.
don't remember when we did it, but it was our first record together. It was fun.
No, I like that one.
And
Cool.
it's, what do we call it? Catalytic Yellow.
Yeah, Catalytic Yellow. Yes.
Okay,
Cool,
well, cool.
cool.
You are up next,
Okay.
Mr. Ape. Can
Okay.
we call you Ape?
Ape, DJ Ape.
DJ Ape.
There's an ape for that is like the act, and ape is the DJ. So.
All right, Ape. We got time for a few more songs.
Okay, well, this one is the name of the act is Space from the '70s. If you've seen the covers of like Moog Cookbook, with the
I
little
haven't.
space helmets,
Okay.
they are actually dressed as space. This is how they look,
Okay.
and they were kind of in a weird kind of. They kind of took the craft work and like applied it straight to the disco. They said we're gonna like go straight to the dance music. So it ended up being vaguely disco new wave ish, but from the like 76, 77 period. So it's kind of a cool tune. They do have a music video for this on YouTube if you want to see it, and you can see them in their little space helmets playing this song. It's called Magic Fly.
Hey, Jay, I just said that, Marauder. I was like, hey, it sounds like Marauder to me.
It does. It does sound very Marauder-ish. but it was kind of contemporary of them. I think
Yeah.
they probably heard "I Feel Love" and went, "Yeah, we can do that."
It definitely has that sound of 1978, Warren. Well, we have time for two more before we raid over to Riley. And Riley just sent me a note. She says she's got 3 songs for the Ape. So be sure to stay tuned in for Riley Moore. She's got some Ape songs. Also, next week, if you hadn't heard me earlier, Christopher Anton is our guest. He'll be remote, and he was the lead singer of Information Society for over a decade. I mean, somebody smarter than me in the chat might know how long. I would say 20 years. But he was part of a lot of their albums that got released after their first hit single. So like the computer one. There's a lot of great stuff. Anyway, tune in next week to hear Christopher Anton. My last song is going to be The Alarm. And what's your experience with The Alarm? You met those cats?
The only national act I ever opened for really was The Alarm, or Mike Peters. Actually, they were doing a charity gig over at the Oriental Theater. It wasn't just a live show. It was a he showed a movie. There was an opening band. He did a Q&A with the audience. It was a fundraiser for his cancer charity. And they had me on stage just playing kind of like 80s alternative.
Pre-Ape or Ape?
Yeah, I think it was pre-Ape. I was not giving these records away. Because I remember I went home like, I'm never going to play Talk Talk, Life's What You Make It ever again. So I still have that record sitting there, and I said someday I'll be playing that at some Ape gig, I guess. But it was a lot of fun. He was an unbelievably nice guy. He autographed my record, and
That's cool.
yeah, so that was my one experience opening for a national act.
Neato. My one autograph record. I don't really get artists autographing my shit. I don't know why, but I got Thomas Dolby to sign
Oh, nice.
Blind Me with Signs.
Oh, perfect.
And I think, Warren, your copy is still here. Should you ever come to Denver again, you can have it. Here's Rain in the Summertime, the first Alarm song I ever heard at Rock Island nightclub when it was a thing.
Right.
And here it is. We'll rewind back to that part. Free winter music. Free winter music. I say music. Why did I say music? Yeah, The Alarm, Rain in the Summertime. The first album I owned by them had like 68 guns on it, and some ballad. I forget the name of it. And there's just a lot of really great songs.
Yeah, he was a powerful performer.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
The Alarm.
Nice.
All right, you are going to take us out of here,
I
and then
am.
we are going to raid Riley Moore. So stick around and join us next week for Christopher Anton's first appearance on the show.
Yay.
And I might have a guest. I'm trying to think. Where are we going to be? We're going to be in California during one of the shows this month. I can't remember which one. So we might have a guest host. Who could that be?
It's a
Scratch your head.
puzzler. I'm going to close out with, I do have the 45 sleeve. Let me grab it.
The 45 sleeve.
This is Yellow Magic Orchestra. This is their first hit.
Wait, they had more than one hit?
Someone doesn't know about YMO.
I
Somebody
don't.
school this man.
School me.
They were Japan's kind of biggest act in the late 70s through the early 80s. Ryuichi Sakamoto. This was his band. He was in.
Okay, I've heard of him.
Okay, yeah, he won an Oscar and so forth.
Yeah,
So,
He's dead.
Yes, he is. So is Yukihiro Takahashi, who is the drummer and the vocalist of this band. The last remaining member is still alive, however. I know his last name is Hosono, but I don't remember his first name. I know it begins with H, and then I'm lost.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. That's how I got
Yes.
exposed.
With David Sylvian. So yeah, he is an excellent. And when they first started out, they were kind of a experimental pop trio, electronic
Which
pop
one
trio.
is he? Do you know?
Which one's Sakamoto?
Yeah.
This one.
Ruichi on
That's
the.
Takahashi, and that's Hosono.
Okay, so on the far right.
Yeah.
Ruichi Sakamoto.
Yes, and this is their first single called Computer Games / Firecracker. Computer Games is obvious when you hear the intro. Firecracker is actually a cover of a Martin Denny song, a kind of a tiki lounge song from the 50s, which they did as kind of a joke because Firecracker on the album is clearly supposed to be kind of an Oriental song. And so they were like, okay, we're going to do your Oriental song by Orientals, and it was kind of them kind of mocking that whole
Mocking
idea.
the genre.
And it ended up being an awesome song. So here we go. This is Firecracker, Computer Games / Firecracker from Yellow Magic Orchestra. And I want to say thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
And also thank your wife for the awesome spaghetti. And,
Mr. Ape.
Yes. And I guess I should point out that I am going to be performing live the third Wednesday of every month in Broomfield at Chippers Lanes, right over the
Alright.
bowling lanes.
It looks like we're doing a third Wednesday, so that's coming up here
Yes.
in a week.
About a week or so, yeah.
Chipper Lane, a bowling alley?
Chippers Lane's a bowling alley. They put the stage right over some of the lanes, and you
Wow.
can bowl and get free records
All right,
from a
Denver.
gorilla. So
We will organize a DJ Ape bowling party.
that would be awesome. I would love to see you guys there. Anyway, here's YMO, and thank you so much. And do tune in next week.
Christopher
Christopher.
Anton.